Hello and welcome to Lesson 28 for Math 13X, sorting data, this time for contingency tables. So what I have here is prices of homes in Salinas. These are in thousands. Of course, a house is not going to sell for $802. This is $802,000. And then how many square feet is the house? So we're going to be comparing price and square feet. And the first thing to do to create the contingency table is find out the medians. So for price, the median is 795. For the square feet, the median is 1778. So for the price, so just remember this number, 795. So for the price, I'm going to split it and say those that are cheaper than 795 and those that are bigger than or equal to 795. Now for the square feet, so get the median, 1778, and then say those that are less than 1778 and those that are bigger than or equal to 1778. And now what we need to do is sort this data and count how many houses belong in each of these four squares. So one thing I'm going to do before I even start doing that is just count how many houses this is. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So there's 24 houses. So I'll just write that down over here on this side. N equals, that was sort of a smudge on my pen, 24 houses. So when I'm done and I add up these four squares, it should add up to the 24 houses. Now the next thing to do is get some type of colorful pen or highlighter or something like that. And for those that are less than a price of $795, then I'm going to make them purple. So less than $795. Notice that this does not have the equals on it. So when I get to like that one, this one is not supposed to be purple because this one belongs in this group. So all of those that are strictly less than $795. So less than $795. Oh, here's one. And then I'll highlight them all the way across. And here's another one. So just paying attention to the prices, all those that are less than $795. And here's one. Less than $795. This one's less than $795. Less than $795. Now we're getting some. This one is less than $795. And these two are less than $795. And then just double check and go back through and make sure that I got all the ones that are less than $795. Looks good so far. All those are less than $795, and this one is not less than $795. Okay. So as far as the purple ones, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that means when I add up these two squares, then that's going to add up to 11. And because the total is 24, I know that when I add up these two squares, that's going to have to be 13. So that's going to be a total of 24 homes. Now I'm going to do this square right here. So they have to be purple. So only looking at the purple ones. And then you count them if the square feet is less than 1778. So only look at the purple ones and count them if the square feet is less than 1778. So this is going to count. That's less than 1778. And this one, and this one, and concentrate only on the purple ones right now. And this one, but this is a no. That's not less than 1778. That's a no. This is a yes. And this is a yes. And this is a no. And this is a no. So out of these 11 purple ones, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them had square feet less than 1778. Now it should be 4 of them because I counted the total to be 11, so this should be 4 right here. But let me double check. Now, again, only looking at the purple ones right now, those that are bigger than 1778. So out of the purple ones, here's one, here's one, here's one, and here's one. And then if you count the X's, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. We're halfway done making the table. Now, these are blank. You may have heard me say before, you could just get a different color, and then all these that are blank, make them yellow. But you could also just leave them blank and just say, all right, ignore the purple ones because we're done with the purple ones. So for the ones that are blank, now count how many of them are less than 1778, and that's going to go right here. So count them if they're less than 1778, and I'm going to use a different pen. So less than 1778. So only looking at the blank ones, less than 1778. No, 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 yes. Okay, so if you go back and count the red dots now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this square, there's 5 homes. And because the total of this column is supposed to be 13, this number right here should be 8. So basically, if you look back at these houses, count how many have not been counted in any of the other squares. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. And then that adds up to 13, that adds up to 11, and 11 plus 13 equals 24. So that means I counted everybody and I didn't leave anybody off the list. Okay, now for the last part. So then test that the price and the square feet are independent. And so for this claim, you literally just write it out in words. So claim is that price and square feet are independent. In other words, my claim is that price and square feet have nothing to do with each other. Then let's see if I can reject that. So I need the critical value, and that's one where I actually have to look it up in the paper table, and I don't have it with me. So you're just gonna have to trust me on this. So we'll use 95% level of confidence, which means this is 0.05 because this particular chi-squared test only has one tail, the right tail, so that's 0.05. And then we need to enter this as a matrix. So you go to, over here is matrix. On my calculator it's blue, so you have to put second matrix. Move over to edit. And then this is a 2 by 2 matrix. It's got 2 rows and 2 columns. So this needs to say 2 by 2. And then this is left over from some other class. I'm going to type over it. So just 7, enter, 5, enter, 4, enter, 8, enter. Okay, so now that's set up. Now go to stat, over to test, and then scroll down and look for the chi-squared test. It's all the way down there at letter C. The next thing it's going to say is Your job is to put the observed values in matrix A. Its job is to put the expected values in matrix B. Now, if somebody erased it, let's say I just accidentally erased it. But anyway, let's say that somebody erased it and the name is not there. We'll just go back to second matrix, and then that's A, and now it's back. And so if somebody messed up this one, then you would just go second matrix, go to letter B, and then it's set. And then go down to calculate, and it's going to tell us two things that I use. One is the chi-squared is the test statistic, and also degrees of freedom is a 1. So degrees of freedom is 1. And then this is the part that I said I didn't bring the table with me, so you're going to have to believe me. The critical value is 3.841. And it says that the test statistic chi-squared equals 1.510, which would land over here, which means that we did not prove anything. So there either is not a relationship between price and square feet, or having 24 houses is not enough to prove it in general. I sort of have a feeling that this is not, because like for example right here, that's only 5 houses in that particular category. There's only 4 houses there. That's not really enough information to prove it in general. So that's our final conclusion.